if I have all of these flaws, who wants to hear from me? You know, who wants
Everybody.
to listen to me? You know, this is my second divorce, you know,
Okay.
and it's just, it's like all of these flaws and everybody wants to point these things out. And it's like, well, why would I do that then? You know, but then I had to stop looking at social media for a little bit,
Yes.
and I had to center myself, and I had to understand and realize that God took me through all of these trials and tribulations, as we like to call them, so that I can learn
Yeah.
these lessons and I can share them.
Hmm.
You know, there's so many people with the same stories
Yeah.
as you,
Yeah.
or worse, you
Yeah.
know, stories that you never know what your story may do for someone else. And
Yes.
I love telling stories. I love it, love it, love it. Um, so yeah, I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go into public speaking, and
Yeah.
that's going to be my thing. I don't know if I'm going to write a book yet, because I don't really read.
It's
It's
hard
not
once you have
my
kids. I struggle.
thing.
I ain't read through a book since I've been a mom. So tried.
Yeah, I suck at reading, so I couldn't proofread it. It would
Yeah.
be horrible. I'd be like, yeah, just go ahead and publish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I'm gonna tell my story probably through film, and also just public speaking. The ins and outs of my divorce, I plan on going deeper into the details of those things, you know, in these seminars, so that people can really understand where it is that I come from and why it is that I chose to take the route that I did.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and that's really what I'm working on right now. And I'm getting back into acting. I wasn't allowed to act in my
Imagine
previous
that.
relationship, so now I'm allowed to act again.
You're free.
Allowed
Act
to
and be
free.
great.
So
Yes.
now I'm getting back into acting, and I'm so excited about it.
And you're in the right place for it too. You're in Atlanta. That's like the Mecca right
Yeah.
now. So you can do that's amazing. And you being a public speaker, I do think that there's a lane for you there. I mean, listen, I have women every Thursday from 6 to 7, and those women are court ordered by the Department of Children and Family Services to take my group. They're mandated. And so I call it a women's empowerment group because, you know, it's about turning the page and moving forward. These
Yeah.
women also dealt with men who hurt them, men that were supposed to protect them. And, you know, and so in the process of them protecting themselves, unfortunately, some of these women ended up in this position. But they come to my group every week and we talk about everything. So I would love one day, you know, one week to have you come and talk to my women because I'm always bringing speakers in just to talk to them and inspire them because they're pretty, between the ages of 24 to 40
Ooh,
ish.
I
Yeah,
remember
and
when
all
I
different
was
nationalities.
4.
Yeah.
Mm,
So, you know, they're always looking for someone to deposit into them and to share their stories. And so when you're ready, I would love to have you talk to
absolutely,
my ladies for sure.
absolutely,
And you
100%.
have to do a pop-up gallery. I think you should, Faylnn. Just do
Really?
like a pop-up gallery, a nice pop-up, put your art on the wall, invite your closest friends and your loved ones, and just
Yeah.
celebrate art and you moving forward. You know, live out loud.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You know, it's time for me to come out of this shell that I've
Well,
kind of
you're still
got
fresh
into.
though. Don't rush yourself. It's still fresh.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so you want to take a couple of questions, just a few
Sure.
before we go. Okay, you guys, just well, I'm not answering no crazy questions. Okay, um, we're gonna go. Someone just said that there's no question, just sending you love. Um, someone else wants to know. No, no, we're not gonna talk about that. Okay, this is nice. So someone wants to know. Phoenix wants to know if you could touch on your younger you. Um, what would you say to yourself? So what would baby Faylnn say to adult Faylnn? I think that's what you're saying. If you
Right.
could talk to a younger, okay, I get it. Yeah. So if you could talk to a younger person, that's not what it says, sis. If you could talk to a younger you, okay. So she's basically asking if you could talk to someone younger, talk to the younger you, what would you say to them? To the younger Faylnn.
Um, to not look up to everyone that I felt
Mm,
at that time was wiser.
yes.
more independent. I used to look up to um, a lot of people very easily, and because I thought that they were just better. They had more money, you know, they were older. It seemed like they had everything going for themselves.
Yeah.
And what it really was that I was looking for was myself. I
Yeah.
had all the answers. I was the person that I needed to look up to,
Yes.
you know, and yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Don't look up to other people, look up to yourself.
Yeah.
And you'll learn that you were born with all the tools. God didn't leave you stranded.
They're all in there.
You're good
They're all
enough.
in there. And that's a good point that you make about looking at other people and assuming you know what their life is. And sometimes those people disappoint you too. And so I
Mm,
inspired by people. There's people that inspire me, but then I'm like, well, you know, they're human beings too. Shoot, I don't know what the heck they got going on. You know, someone else's question was, how do you balance being a mom and being a businesswoman? How do you balance those two? That was her question.
mm. That is actually, uh, that was very hard. Um, Only because me being a businesswoman only started more so after my divorce.
Okay.
Um, After him and I separated and I moved out, I became more in tune with my business side. So I'm just now learning, believe it or not, how to do everything on my own. Because before this, you guys have to imagine I had a full staff. You know, I had people to help me out with my business side. Whereas now I do have to be a mom 24/7 and a businesswoman. So that's a great question. Right now, my boys are actually very helpful. You know, thank
Yeah.
God I had them young, but you know, and they're at that age now,
Yeah.
you know, they can help me.
Yeah.
My boys are very helpful. Anything that I need around the house to get done, they're there. I mean, even down to cooking. My 8-year-old helps me. You
Okay.
know, I teach them how to help around the house and
Yeah.
how to be more independent without mommy.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that helps a lot because it allows me to focus and deep dive into my work when need be.
I love that. We're gonna do two more, and then that's because there's 21. There's just too many to even go through. Um, one other. Let's do two more. Um, let's see. Your skin is perfect. Have you ever considered a skincare line?
I am working on a skincare line.
Yay!
And thank you.
And then one of the other questions is someone's asking if you ever considered a YouTube channel. You've already talked about what healing looks like to you. Your skincare, they're loving your skincare. So we'll end it with this last question, and then we'll close it. What's your motto for life?
Ooh, you came into this world alone, and that's exactly how you're going to leave it. Do not walk around trying to appease everyone. You were not created to appease everyone.
Yeah,
People are going to dislike you. People are always going to have something negative to say about you. And that's one thing I'm actually repeating to myself every single day because it
yeah,
gets hard for even
yeah.
me, and I forget to, you know, take my own words of advice at times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who do gravitate towards you are those ones that you need to speak up to. You know, don't just shut down because, you know, things may get hard, things may
Yeah,
get. I know I'm in the public eye, but even before that, I would
yeah,
shut down
yeah,
in my, you know, in my personal life from family, from friends. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to, you know, be social. I didn't want to answer just a text message. I mean, there are just certain things that just, you know, get you down because you feel like you have to be perfect.
yeah,
And I just want everyone to know that you are perfect. You are exactly the way you're supposed to be, and you're
yeah.
only learning, you're only growing. And if anybody else has something negative to say about that, then fuck them. They don't need to be near you. They don't need to be around your space. You don't need to give them your energy
Yeah.
because this is your life to live. And You're the only one who's going to feel your level of happiness. So don't give
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Your next chapter is going to be really good. And I look forward to watching. You know, I'm going to make sure I send you the stuff I want to send you because I think you're going to love it. And I want to know what you think once you feel it moving, because you will see it. You'll see it actually happening. And you're going to be like, what the hell? Aisha, it's really working. You know what I mean? So,
No, I'm like really excited because I'm like
yeah,
into
I'm
stuff.
excited to send it to you. So
Yeah.
before we end, I like to do this little thing where I say 3 words, one at a time, one
Okay.
single word, and then you have to answer it with one single answer, not multiple. So 1 word question, 1 word answer. You
Okay.
ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Compassion,
Forgiveness.
happiness,
Love.
and tomorrow.
I don't know why this came to mind, but every day.
Yeah. Well, listen, fair enough. Fair enough. So I thank you so much for taking time out of your day